History for Foos with Butch Escobar, Felipe Esparza. Ho, ho, ho. And a Merry to you. Merry Christmas. Merry Xmas. Happy holidays. Happy Kwanzaa. Man, if you're out there listening in Israel, man, happy Hanukkah. And Los Tres Reyes Magos, Three Wise Men.
Oh.
And all of the holidays. Man, I'm so happy to be doing this podcast right now.
Yeah.
Because today we're going to do the history of holidays, the history of Christmas as we know it, and the reasons for the seasons.
Actually, this is going to be the reasons for the seasons.
Yeah, man. My favorite Christmas song growing up was Grandma got run over by a reindeer walking home from our house Christmas Eve.
Like
You must think there's no such thing as Santa. But as for me and Butch, we believe.
Felipe, we believe.
Man, growing up, bro, I hear that song so many times that we would watch Saturday Night Live. Those Christmas specials are my favorites. And we would make up our own song like Grandma got deported on Christmas Eve, walking home from bingo by herself. You might think they don't deport Mexicans, but they do a lot of them on Christmas Eve. It was earthquake weather. It was 100 degrees and fucking cloudy. Welcome to Los Angeles on Christmas Eve.
Okay.
Bam, bam. It's funny, man, like during the holidays, like the news and everybody, they always try to make crime look worse than normal crime. Like crime during the holidays, it's like they show it off like, oh, I can't believe they're doing this during the holidays. But money don't sleep, man. If people want to rob you, they're going to take your money.
I'm going to rob you on Christmas the same way I'm going to rob
And people
you
say, like, when somebody says, you hear in the news, what happened? We went outside and somebody broke into our car and stole all our presents. And then the news, what kind of people would do this? You know who people would do this? People who were impish. Impish. The people who were on the naughty list. You know what I mean?
Right.
People think that just because of the holidays, just because you have the Christmas spirit, everyone's going to have the Christmas spirits. Not everybody has the Christmas funds.
Right.
And sometimes the holidays make people angrier and they start realizing what they don't have. That's why, man, if you're a single man out there, get yourself a little gordita this season. If you're a lady out there, man, stop being choosy. Go look for Butch. He'll help you move those presents around.
I have a girlfriend.
Oh, you do?
Now.
Even for this segment?
She's not a gordita, though.
She's a güerita.
She's like Santa, in a way.
She's like the gift that keeps on giving.
Yeah.
Man, I remember as a little kid, like, I grew up in, like your mom, you say your mom worked in gang intervention?
Yeah.
I used to live next to the park, so there was always, like, activities at the park.
Right.
So one of the activities was to go on a Christmas ride to Marina Del Rey.
Okay.
We'll take a bus ride from the projects to Marina Del Rey.
Yeah.
And we'll go on a little boat ride, bro. That was my first boat ride.
Oh, so you have to take a boat to get there.
No, we'll get to Marina Del Rey on a bus.
Right.
But when we get to Marina Del Rey, we go on a boat ride.
To where?
Anywhere, just on the bay.
Oh, just on okay.
And then when we get back, Santa Claus was waiting for us, and they give us cookies and hot chocolate or punch and cookies, a little treat, and they'll give us free presents, bro. Like, I mean, we're talking like good presents.
Right.
Like a truck or a doll or good presents for those days. Then on like a week before Christmas at the park, Pecan Park, and the Listo Village Gym, they'll have like a Christmas program, bro, where to give all the kids presents, all the kids. And we'll stand in line for a long time, bro. And then we get there, bro, all the presents were awesome. And this went on for about 2 years. We will do this trip, the boat trip, in those 2 parks. Then 1 year, bro, I guess a new president came in that was cutting funds. So they got rid of the boat trip. And we were left with a park. And I guess nobody was donating money. So the church got involved instead, right?
Right.
Bro, all the toys now were for Christian toys.
Oh, no.
Like if you got a puzzle, but when you figure out it was Jesus. I went home. My mom said, "How was it?"
Is it pin the nail on
I
the
went
Jesus?
home. And my mom, "How was it?" Christmas sucks.
Right. So it wasn't fun for you anymore.
And I didn't know that. I didn't know it then, but that if there ain't no money, it ain't no Christmas.
Fuck, yeah.
We got Santa's helpers over there.
Someone's dying in the back. So Christmas isn't fun when the money goes away, when the funding gets pulled.
But I didn't know that as a kid, dude. I mean,
You really thought that Santa came and brought stuff down?
bro, I believe in Santa, bro. I started realizing that when I stood up late one night and I go, we don't have a chimney. How are they gonna get into our house?
Okay, so that, all right, yeah.
I started questioning stuff like
Yeah, how old were you when this happened?
17.
Oh, this was 17.
No, but like 16, but like
Right.
15. When I started questioning
Like probably
stuff
like
when I was a
13
little,
or
when I
12
was a little
maybe?
kid, I was like,
Yeah,
but then I started looking at the heater,
right,
like maybe go through the heater.
okay,
But then like that's impossible.
right.
Like Santa Claus is gonna turn into a gas and come out of the heater.
Yes.
And I'm thinking about, man, all those times I left cookies and milk. It was for the roaches, bro, not for Santa.
Can I tell you when I knew that Santa didn't exist?
When he was raping somebody, like in that movie Silent Night, Daily Night.
Okay. No, I didn't ever get a chance to see that, but when I was a kid, I remember in the fucking this is like early, bro, when you're still supposed to believe in Santa. I was like in the 1st grade. And my teacher explained, when you first learn about time, like in the 1st grade, and you get the concept of time. Then my teacher told us how long it took to get to Japan. Okay? And I remember her explaining, I don't know, a week later, we're watching on TV kids getting ready for fucking Christmas in Japan. And I look at my mom, I go, "There's Christmas in Japan?" And she goes, "Christmas is celebrated all over the world, mijo." And I said, "So that means Santa Claus goes to Japan?" And she goes, "Yeah, he goes everywhere there's good boys and girls." And I was like, first of all, that's a fucking massive population. I thought Santa only fucked with America. Then I was like,
Me too.
Wait a minute, he goes to Japan, and she goes everywhere. And then all of a sudden, that's when I realized, fucking lying bitch. You've been lying to me this whole time. I was like, fucking dude, I was a kid, but I
Did
knew
you find
it, bro.
out Santa Claus was fake yesterday or what?
No way, bro.
You're angry, bro.
I'm still mad about it because it's the first time you find out your parents lie to you.
That's like the first scam, huh?
It's the first time you go, "You've been lying to me this whole time." I believe that this fucking dude comes in from out of nowhere and brings all these wonderful
Me
gifts.
too, dog. I started noticing there was no Santa when you started making a list, and man, and then later on you find it in a trash can, bro.
You know what made me laugh? I mean, more than that was your wife in the other room laughing at that.
I'm gonna get her later, bro.
Yeah, dude.
For real, bro. Like,
Yeah.
you find your Santa list in a bag, and there's like hair stuck with gum on it.
That's fucked up, dude.
Or your dad wrote the mechanic's name on the back. And he goes, "What? Dad wants a mechanic?" That's sad, dude. Like
Yeah,
you made
dude.
you
I'm
made a
sorry
you made
that that
a
happened.
you made a list, bro,
Oh,
and
God.
later on you see the trash crumbled up. It's
Right.
like they laugh.
This is gonna be a rough episode.
Like you start asking for stuff like I remember I won a motorcycle. That probably had them laugh. That probably had my mom and dad laughing, bro.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like,
totally.
pinche moto, tartamudo, right? And then I wanted the Calico football game.
Right.
The little din-in-in-in-in-in. That's when,
Right.
when you get a touchdown and make that noise.
My
My friend
mom.
had one, right?
Right.
And I didn't get it, bro. I remember we went to Toys R Us, and then Toys R Us back in the days, like you would pay for stuff inside the store, and I thought you'd take it out of the store. No, but you got to go around the warehouse and pick it up.
Right.
And it comes on a chute. And I saw a Calico game come down. I thought, all righty. He goes, my parents do love me, you know?
Right.
But then he got it and he gave it to some white kid. And I was like, fuck that motherfucker.
So.
Bro, but then, bro, I was waiting, you know, for the.
Right.
Then these two big ass boxes came down, bro. Like they were like 5 feet long. Two of them. I helped my dad put them away. My dad bought bicycles for my brothers. Like those Huffies and shit.
Right.
With the banana seat, all badass.
Yeah.
And then I was like more stuff gonna come down.
Right, you're still
And
waiting.
My dad said, yeah, but not for us. Let's go.
That was it.
Yeah, dog. And that Christmas, I got checkers, bro.
That's it.
And pajamas.
That's it. Is your dad still alive? Is your dad still around?
Bro, I called that fool up coked out one time, and I said, fuck you and those pajamas.
I was just going to say, we need to get your dad on the phone right now.
Fool.
And have a discussion with him.
When I was in second grade, I talk about it in a podcast, and everybody brings it up. They go, they should be in a movie, bro. That they should be in they should make shirts about this. Felipe should be selling this. So we you know how they teach you about Thanksgiving and the Pilgrims. They never teach you about the you know, the Indians were murdered, of course, you know. Indians were murdered right after they taught white people how to make gravy, you know.
Yeah, the whole Thanksgiving thing.
Yeah, and so we made like turkey hats, whatever, right? But mine was horrible. The wind took mine. It was windy, and we made placemats.
Okay.
You know, no table mats.
Yeah.
You know that stuff to eat on.
Right. Yeah. Table mat. You're good.
Table mats.
Yeah.
Well, in my house there were no table mats. The whole fucking table was a table mat.
Right.
The mat was plastic.
I never even heard of table mats till like I went to white people's houses.
Yeah, dog. So in my second grade, we made it out of that paper, that thick paper, construction paper.
Right.
We had different colors,
Yeah.
and we cut it, and we kind of like sewed it, but like kneaded, right?
Right.
A bunch of different squares, and then we fucking did it, right? Like, you know, like a regular size for a person.
Right.
And like the teacher said, you could use these to eat on your Thanksgiving. You have a tablecloth now, table mat. Bro, when we were getting ready to eat, I fucking took mine out, and my dad said, what the fuck you doing with that? It's a table mat. But I gave him a look like a table mat, you idiot.
Right.
Without saying idiot?
Yes. Okay, I've been here before.
Because I told my dad exactly what it was, but in English. Fool. My dad said, we better take that trash out of the table. And I said, man, it ain't fucking trash. I made it in school. They gave me a grade.
Right.
Everybody made one.
Right.
Fool, he grabbed that shit and tore it, dog.
No.
And threw it.
No.
I just stood there like this.
Wow.
And everybody had a good laugh.
Whoa. Everybody laughed? Oh my God. This is why comedians are comedians right here, guys.
And this is why my family's alive too, because I'm a comedian.
This is a fine example of fucking why people become comedians or fucking serial murderers. Jesus Christ, dude.
Holding back tears, dog.
This is how you fuck people up for life. Jesus, I want to give you a hug, but this sweater's already fucking hot as fuck. I don't know how you do this. I don't know how you're sitting there comfortable.
Just think about my tablecloth.
Would you say that was the worst Thanksgiving you've ever had?
No, I've had more, bro.
Or the worst holiday?
Yeah, that was the worst one, probably. Also, another one was when my brother. I don't know where I was, but my brother and I, we got 2 turkeys, bro,
Yeah.
for free.
Okay.
Like we went to the church. I guess fucking
They fell
I
off
guess
the truck.
fucking Wesley Snipes was giving out free turkeys, bro, out of a truck. Anyway, my brother and I, we got 2 turkeys. And
Nino Brown is out there giving out turkeys.
Father Great Boyle, shout out to him. We didn't mention him on the gangster podcast,
yeah,
but shout out
dude.
to Father Great Boyle.
Shout out to Father.
So we got 2 turkeys, dog, and we took them home to my mom's house.
Yeah.
And then we ended up taking those 2 turkeys to my other aunt's house too. Like, what the fuck? He goes, but this time I had no tablecloth because I remember I taped it up, but later on I found it in the trash, bro.
Right.
It was in the trash.
Right. You went back and fished it out of the
I
garbage.
taped that. I dig out the trash can, bro.
Oh, that's even worse.
It was full of gravy and.
Bro, this is so sad.
I was trying to dust it off.
I'm sorry, I don't mean to laugh.
My dad got more mad when I used his duct tape to tape it, bro.
Oh God, dude.
So anyway, we go to my aunt's house.
Oh Jesus.
And then we're playing, bro. And my brother and I were thinking about Thanksgiving dinner with the fixings and all that. Bro, my mom and my aunt are boiling the turkey, dog, in water.
Is it because they don't know how to make it, or that's how they prepare it?
No, it's because they're gonna make tamales with it.
Oh, okay. That works then.
And that was fucking sad, dog.
Why? Because
we thought we were gonna get like turkey, bro, mashed potatoes.
you thought you were gonna have a cook. You didn't want it in tamales. Oh, see, to me that sounds delicious.
To you, bro. You grew up in Morning Hill, bro. you ate marshmallows, bro. You've had marshmallows,
wait till you
bro.
hear my worst story.
You've had marshmallows, bro, with fucking pumpkin, bro. I didn't have pumpkin till I was an adult, dog.
Right.
Like we didn't buy pumpkin pie,
Yeah, we had
unless somebody stole it or they gave it to us. But that one was probably one of the bad ones, man. And one of the good ones I ever had Thanksgiving. No, fool, another one, bro. Philip's mom was pregnant with Philip.
Okay.
Right. Pregnant.
Yeah.
And then we're at my mom's house, and I punched my brother in the face, bro, on the dinner table.
Oh wow.
Because he had made like a rude comment about
Right.
Philip's mom.
Right.
Right? And everybody was laughing together.
Right.
And I said, that's funny, eh? When everybody was going like this.
Yeah.
And I stretched, and I went like this real fast. Paya! And I punched my brother in the face.
Oh wow.
And his face got really red, like it was about to.
Yeah. Did everybody?
You know when you get hit in the
stop
nose?
laughing?
You got hit in the nose.
Yeah.
And my dad put his plate down. Fuck you. You were in Thanksgiving. Oh, we're even now, motherfucker.
Did you say that too?
In my head, but I was so angry, bro,
Right.
that I went to an AA meeting.
Right. Good for you.
And they had good ass pumpkin pie there.
Yeah. Probably better times too. Jesus Christ. You guys get them up over there.
Bro, another one, my brother invited us over for Thanksgiving. Luckily, this time I was vegan, bro. And his wife is Salvadorian. And we get there, bro. And I'm expecting like the full-on American Thanksgiving dinner. First of all, my brother's woke, so he's an idiot.
Right.
And if you're listening, you're an idiot. Give a fuck. That fucker said he was calling Thanksgiving the Harvard Festival the whole night.
The Harvard Festival?
Harvest Festival.
Harvest Festival.
Because he's woke. The what? The big harvest.
Oh, this is lately.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because, the Columbus and shit.
Yeah. Whatever. Oh, my God. Really? That's annoying woke. That's super annoying woke. Yeah, okay.
So it was the big harvest.
Right. I'm from Berkeley. That's very annoying.
The big harvest on a night in autumn.
Right.
So
That's not actually. It's not a harvest. It's before, way before. What the fuck? That's when the harvest is over.
I don't know, man, but he'll call it the Great Harvest. It's another name for Thanksgiving, huh?
Oh, Thanksgiving. Okay, all
Yeah,
right.
bro, so
Still so stupid. Go fuck yourself.
Welcome to the Great Harvest. He said,
Okay.
"I want to punch him right away,
Right.
dog."
Right.
I knew it was gonna be downhill, bro, when he said that. So we get there, dude,
Oh God, I wish I was there.
and his wife made a traditional Salvadorian Thanksgiving meal, which is pretty much turkey sandwiches. So all the turkey, it's called chumpe, right? Put a photo of it right there. Now, if you're Salvadorian, what do you call that? My brother had pan con pavo,
What is pan con pavo?
turkey with bread. It's called chumpe. It's a traditional Salvadorian dish.
Oh, chumpe or chompipe. Or
Yeah,
another,
yeah.
Chompipe, yeah.
So that's a traditional Christmas and Thanksgiving meal for Salvadorians. You know what? That's your thing, you know. That's your thing. We have tamales and buñuelos. But it's Thanksgiving, you know, and you're expecting Thanksgiving, right? So I'm okay with it because I brought my own food, bro.
Right.
I have vegan turkey.
Sure.
But my family's showing up, bro,
Right.
ready to sit down and have a meal. Man, ready to have a meal, right? And so
Right.
such and forth. So they're like, bro, they're sandwiches, bro.
Right.
There's no gravy on the side. There ain't no pumpkin pie that's gonna be served, such and such.
It's just fucking sandwich bread and turkey.
Yeah, and a sandwich.
This is after Thanksgiving in America.
This is Thanksgiving on Thanksgiving.
Right, I know, but yeah, this doesn't seem like it much. Okay, yeah.
So my brother Albert comes in, bro.
Right.
Not expecting this. This fool doesn't give a fuck, bro. Get the fuck out of here. We're gonna have sandwiches? Oh man. Last Christmas, I wanted ham. There was no ham. That Thanksgiving, I wanted that sweet ham. There was no fucking ham. And now we have sandwiches.
Oh no.
And then I think his wife was all sad, like,
Oh no.
why couldn't he just sat down and pretended to like the sandwiches like everybody else?
Right.
So that's how it went down, bro.
Jesus. How long? Could I ask how long ago this was, or?
Not even 8 years ago.
Okay. Wow. Wow. Wow.
Because for me, Thanksgiving, I don't care if you call it New Harvest, there better be a new turkey there, eh?
Right.
It has to be the turkey, the mashed potatoes, the fucking stuffing, the fucking whatever else you got. 5 different types of. I want people to show up and go, oh man, we couldn't get pumpkin, so we brought cherry. I hate when motherfuckers say we couldn't pump pumpkin, but they show up with nothing, dog.
You're right. We have different holidays, me and you, because my family doesn't. That's the only time my family got along was during Thanksgiving.
Oh, also
Yeah.
on Christmas, there's a tradition in my family that they like to go to mass at midnight, and I ain't down for that.
On
bro.
Thanksgiving Day.
No, on Christmas.
On Christmas.
Yeah, we're talking Christmas.
Okay.
Like my Lisa, my wife, and everybody else, they like to open the presents on Christmas the next day, bro.
Right. Right. Not Christmas Eve.
Shit, Mexican, we open up presents at 10 p.m.
Right. At Christmas Eve, right? And then you wait. This is how we did it. Christmas Eve, we got to get the presents from our parents and relatives and shit like that. And then you go to bed on Christmas, and then Christmas morning, under the tree was the big gifts that you wanted. Okay, I wanted a bike, or I wanted this, or whatever. Then those would be under the tree. But the day before was all the shit from like my grandma or my uncle, or yeah, we would mix it up. So my parents did both. And I don't know if it was both of them.
You're from Morgan Hill, bro. I keep telling you.
San Jose, dog. Morgan Hill and San Jose. But yeah, we would do it like that. And so, but now, I'll tell you how our traditions go after, because
in my family, like when I was a little kid, if we went to my uncle's house, my cousin's house for Christmas Eve,
Right.
man, it's gonna be a long ass day.
Oh yeah.
Cause we get there at noon or 11 in the morning, and they're already serving us some type of food, whether it's eggs and beans with flour tortilla.
Ooh, that sounds good.
So we get that. Then they're cooking a big kettle, all fucking fat, and they're putting chicharron in there, bro.
Oh my God,
like
bro.
big pieces of raw pork in there.
That sounds better.
And then my aunt is grabbing the meat, some of the meat, the full meat, and putting it to the side, and she's putting red sauce on it for the tamales. And then my other aunt, she grabs that lard and starts making the masa for the tamales. So while they're making the tamales, everybody else is making eating meat with lemon or making a little taquitos, bro. And that we're eating that because a tamale is gonna not be done till fucking 5 hours later, right? So the whole kettle, bro, it's some good ass meat, man.
Wow.
The dogs next door are just looking at us, bro. Sad. And so along the way, my aunt makes flour tortillas and she deep fries them with fucking cinnamon and
oh yeah, my
and
grandma
salt.
used to make that.
And she makes a little fruit juice.
Right.
Where you cut up the buñuelo and you put it in there and you eat it with syrup.
Okay. Yes. Okay. My ex-wife's mom, shout out to grandma.
That's old
used
shit.
to make it like that.
It's good.
And I never, because my grandmother used to just make it like that dry, and then you would just eat with it and milk, I think. But my ex-wife, her ama, they called her the ama. She was amazing. She made wonderful food. And she would make that with the syrup, and it was like, whoo! Oh my God, amazing,
dude. And that man, and then like, there's like boxes of cookies, bro. Like the Mexican cookie, the gamesa, and then the cookies that the old ladies open up. The one you open up, there might be needles in there.
Oh yeah,
those cookies, there's a lot of cookies, dog, right. And plus. This is like the first generation, bro. So there's mostly more Mexican stuff as far as cookies.
Yeah.
There's no chocolate chip Oreo. There's no Oreo. There's no fucking chocolate chip. There's no Nutter Butter. It's just Mexican cookies from La Vallarta. Eating, bro. Fuck. But we still can't open our presents till midnight, right? Fool, bro. Man. We have to go to church still.
Right.
And I'm like, fuck that, man. I'm gonna open a present right now, dude.
Right.
But we go to church, bro, and church lasts till 1
in the morning.
So then we go home back to my aunt's house, and by that time, all the tamales are ready, and it's a lot of us now, and bro, we start fucking up those tamales, bro.
Right.
And eating champorrado. And the Mexicans, we like to drink. Everybody drinks eggnog, but we like to drink. It's called rompope.
Rompope.
It's the fucking eggnog Mexican one with a nun on it.
Okay.
And you know why there's a nun? Because you get into a lot of fights with that drink, and you win none.
That's good.
Dude, so we go to the church, bro, and we fucking midnight mass. On the way out of midnight mass, there's free food, bro.
Right.
Fresh pan dulce. And more hot chocolate.
And
then we go home and fuck the tamales. And then by fucking 3 a.m., the whole house is filled with Christmas wrap.
That sounds amazing, though.
But that's
except for church.
That was one of my best Christmases as a kid, bro.
Oh, that's nice. That's a nice memory.
Yeah. Because my dad said don't bring out that placemat.
Don't. Don't bring that shit up here, and we'll have a good Christmas.
So you say what's your favorite Christmas movie?
I don't have. Okay, here's the thing. You said I want you to come up with your top 10 favorite Christmas movies. I don't watch Christmas. I'll be honest with you, bro. I fucking hate Christmas.
Well, bro, maybe you'll celebrate Festivus. Festivus for the rest of us. December 23rd.
Yeah, I had bad Christmas juju. I had So when you were talking about your worst Christmas nightmare, mine was all of my Christmases were not. Dude, I hope to God people this doesn't reflect. Okay, anyway, fuck whatever. My mom fucking would lose her mind slowly.
Impish.
From fucking Thanksgiving. Thanksgiving was dope. Always good food. Family, we got together. Thanksgiving is my favorite holiday because it's Christmas without the fucking gifts. And then day after Thanksgiving, it started to like level up her anxiety on who she bought gifts for and who bought gifts for her kids. I bought your uncle gifts for kids last year. You guys better get gifts this year. And then it would get more and more. And then she'd go from being angry at her brothers to being angry at my dad's brothers to being angry at my dad. And then we knew when she started to like creep on my dad and like yell at him, me and my sisters would look at each other and be like, it's fucking over. It's over for us. And she would start to blame us and it would fever pitch. And I think one winter, her and my sister got in like a fucking slapping match in the front yard. Actually, she
With
just
who?
slapped my sister. Like my mom. Like my mom's and like bro, it was crazy. My mom would like
Hold on, bro. Philip, cut to a real slapping match between two guys.
My mom was a maniac during Christmas, bro.
A slap fight with her mom on Christmas Eve.
And then the day you open gifts on
Leave me alone, keep go away.
So Christmas Eve.
So they were playing that song. Leave me alone, please go away.
Yes.
Shit.
So the night before Christmas Eve was stressful because it was constantly like, look what I got you. Look what I got you. Look what I got you. Then we'd go to bed and the next morning, cool. You think, cool, now Santa brings you shit? No pressure? Santa got you that, but we paid for it. That's how she got her way around it to make sure that we had to fucking acknowledge that she fucking paid for it. But the worst Christmas, bro, the worst Christmas that I ever had was I was already, okay, I'll admit I was already 20 living at home, okay? But my mom beat me every day till the day I was 20. Not every day, but like all the time. Till I was like 20, bro. This lady used to chase me down the street with a belt.
Because you were impish,
and my
bro.
friends, hey, bro, you know when the cops roll up on you, you start dumping shit on your friends because you know you're going to go to jail? Because my mom would take away my pager, she'd take away my chain, so I'd start dumping them on my friends, and then I'd just run down the street. I'd just start booking it. And so the one year I had it, I was going to stand up to my mom, and she started beating on me, and I won a pool trophy that year. I won a pool tournament. It's the only trophy I ever won, bro. Only trophy I ever won was a pool tournament. And she took my trophy, she goes, this is all you have to be proud of, and she smashed it up against the wall.
So you feel my apron, bro. My table mat.
Yes. That's why when you said that, fucking dude, that's when I had it. That's when I lost it. Now, just to give you a little backstory, the Christmas tree was sacred. We bought it 12 days before Christmas, and over those 12 days, we fucking decorated it. And it represented the Virgen de Guadalupe and all kinds of dumb shit, bro. And fucking when she smashed my trophy, you know what I did, bro? I took that fucking tree, I ripped it out of the fucking tree stand, and I threw it at her across the room, and she ducked. Dude, she ducked, and it was the only reason why I didn't hit her with a fucking tree. And she points at me, and I knew it was over, bro. I knew I could never come back because it's like being exiled, bro. Like you come back, you better come back with heat, homeboy. Wow,
bro. If that was a Christmas Story movie, bro,
yeah,
your mom would have been attacked by a raccoon from inside the tree.
So I bailed after that, and I never liked Christmas. Never, I like after that I was like, fuck Christmas. Never gonna celebrate Christmas. And then when I had a kid, you know, everybody's like, you have to celebrate Christmas for your kid, though. And so I did. And then I tried to not like Christmas after that. But I met a white lady, and white ladies fucking love Christmas, bro. They fucking love that shit. And it was basically like, you either got to love Christmas and be with me, or if you don't like Christmas, I don't know where you're going to fucking be, homie. So I love Christmas now.
All right. Ho, ho, ho.
Yeah, so but I don't have a top 10, bro. I don't watch Christmas movies. Like
me, I like Home Alone. Always be number one. Christmas Story, Elf, Bad Moms Christmas. That's Bad Moms Part 2. Charlie Brown Christmas, Fat Albert Christmas. That's all I can think about right now.
I did have a couple of Christmas movies that I did like. I liked. I did
Oh
like.
yeah, Die Hard too. It's a Christmas movie.
So that was the thing for us, man. And you know what I did? Where my favorite memories lie during Christmas, is when we go over to my Uncle John's, which is my dad's brother, and my Nana would be there. My Nana was very wholesome, very Christian, and for some reason, my mom felt threatened by her, and so my mom always wanted to make sure that she looked best, things looked good in front of my grandmother. So it was the only time we didn't get beat on Christmas was in front of my grandmother, and so I did appreciate that. And then she would sit us down, and we would watch Charlie Brown, and she would give us Mexican hot chocolate with some pan. Man, those are my good memories right there. But I remember when Charlie Brown would come on, that it was time, like, cool. That's when things were cool. So I do feel that. And then A Christmas Story, too, because it's kind of twisted and fucked up.
Yeah, you know that when the Charles Dickens movie, A Christmas Carol. People weren't really celebrating Christmas back then, so that movie came out.
Right.
It kind of like helped start the Christmas spirit
was
again.
Illegal here.
Yeah, and
in the early 17th century,
it was illegal because it was a pagan holiday, right?
Pagan holiday.
Saturnalia.
So okay, so let's start out. We got to start out way back, like Roman times.
Roman time, BC, right?
So yes, this is BC. You have Roman guys down
Before Christ.
So you have Romans here, and then you have Germans up here. Is that kind of geographically seem correct?
The Germanic army.
And so, what is it? What were they called? It was the Finnish. It was kind of the Finnish foresty area. So these two areas noticed at certain point in the year that things got darker, days got shorter, and nights got longer, and then the harvest would go away, and so people would die, things would happen, and so they knew, okay, we need to give unto the gods. So every year they would have a celebration. Now, at the same time, they didn't know that they were having these celebrations. So let's start up with these two guys having these celebrations, and then at some point they kind of meld together because these two empires start to get to know each other. And then that's when you have Saturnalia. That's when they're like because this is all has to do with fertility, by the way, because you want your fields to be fertile, you want to have children, you want to be able to fuck and nut and all that stuff. So this is all about like growing food over the next year. And so these people thought, well, if we get together and we party, and these are also slave owners in like Roman times. We're gonna have a festival where we get drunk, we party, we celebrate to the gods above, and what we'll do to show our fealty is we'll let our slaves be in charge for the day. And slaves get to tell you what to do, and they get to order you around, and they get to insult you.
Role reversal.
And then one fool is picked throughout this, and he becomes the king. And he's the head fool, because this is now also starting to get into the territory of the Festival of Fools.
Festival of Fools
is what it's being called. And so in the Roman area, they take this guy and they sacrifice him at the end of the night, and they kill him. In the Finnish area, you have the Yule. You know how we say Yule tidings?
Yule log, right?
Yeah. So
Yule times?
Yule tidings? When we
Yule
say
tidings.
Yule tidings, that means bringing lots. Maybe you'll have Yule tidings, lots of bounty, big time. You bring things to you. So that comes from the Yule log. The Yule log in the Finnish area, because they lived in the woods, their whole thing was to go out to the forest, find the tallest tree, chop it down, bring it back, and burn it. And as they burned it for 12 days, now this is where the 12 days of Christmas comes from, because on the 12 days of Christmas, what did they do in the song? My true love gave to me this, then my true love gave to me this. It's gifts, right? Well, at those times, you would burn a human being on one day, and on day 2 you'd burn an animal. On day 3 you'd burn another human being, and on day 4 you'd burn an animal. And it was
it's funny because
sacrifices.
I read a different version of that.
Okay.
Of the 12 days of Christmas.
Yeah.
Because in New England, they were trying to teach kids the Bible, right?
Mm-hmm.
And make them learn it.
Right.
So they'd be like this: a a partridge in a pear tree is Jesus Christ.
Yes.
That's why you see that little partridge sometimes in the churches.
So that's what you're gonna see as we move forward here.
That's the partridge in a pear tree.
You're gonna see where the church
two doves are crowing. The $2 crowing is to remind everybody that the New Testament and the Old Testament.
Right. Yes. Because what you're gonna see as we progress here, you're gonna see a group of people that are saying
it's like the church couldn't compete with a pagan holiday, so instead of beating them, let's join them.
Well,
and
okay,
you
want to know what this is all about?
Yeah.
It's about your right to party. The pagans were fighting for their right to party because the pagans were like, we're not going to let this holiday go. And
they wanted to party if we want to be more secular.
And the Christians were like, you have to. This is crazy. You guys are getting drunk. You're like, dude, at one point, like during the mid-century, people were fucking in the street, sucking each other's dicks. Like guys were fucking guys, and then kids sound
like the Houston Astros fans after they won the World Series.
Well, because kids started to get involved in the sexual celebration of it as well, and they were drinking wine and getting fucked up. And this is 12 days of celebration. So again, dude, this is 500 years that we're talking about. So things change, and that's why you hear different versions of all this stuff. Is because all these are recorded. Also, these are recorded by rich people. None of these are poor people reporting back. So this is all like stuff that like is arguable and like, so you're gonna hear different versions of this. But yeah, man, these people just got fucked up for 12 days, and then Christians come along, right? Roman Christians come along, and they're like, you guys can't be fucking partying no more. Okay, you guys need to fucking chill. But they're like, no, fuck that. We need to party. And then so the Pope goes, hey, check it out. Let's just fucking switch days, all right? That day that they burn the tree and they get in front of it and they fuck each other and go crazy, that's the day that Jesus is born. The day before, when they're like because they're like getting ready to fuck, and they're like they're saving up all the guys are like not jerking off, they're saving all their cum, they're gonna cum in the women all night long and make babies, and again, this is all because the gods want you to do this. That night, instead of fucking, they exchange gifts. And so, and this is like, I'm kind of going immediate, but this is over time.
But some guy back there say, wait. Could one of those gifts be my dick?
Well, at some point the church says no, unless you're married.
Okay.
So that happens over time. But,
I feel like Putty from fucking Seinfeld now. Man, this is bogus.
Right. It's not fun, bro, because it starts to change.
It's funny how they couldn't instill hardcore rules immediately like they do now, huh?
No.
They got to slowly ease them in.
They had to slowly ease them in because pagans were like, dude, fuck that. They were also a very rough group of people that were trying to be governed by a small group of Puritans.
Pagans, people against good and nice.
Apparently. So now you have the Christianization of this, right? Slowly working its way in. And so at some point, you have these people called the Puritans. And they're pure Christians, and they say, this holiday is for the devil. We don't celebrate it. So now Rome turns into Europe, right? And all of a sudden, the Puritans who Christianized Europe, who've Christianized Germany, are saying, no, this holiday has to stop completely.
It's a crazy holiday for them.
And they fight over it, back and forth. 1 year, like for 5 or 6 years, while this guy's in charge, there's no holidays. And then 5 or 6 years go by, it's celebrated again. And then at some point, the Queen Victoria, is they decide it's now trees and gifts of fucking has turned into gifts, and apples that decorated the trees are now like ornaments, So you'll start to see the very first signs of Christmas pop up. They're celebrating, and then around this era too is when Charles Dickens starts to come in with his play
Christmas Carol.
And that's when you see it modernized. My favorite though is how Santa came along. And Krampus and all that stuff.
Saint Nick, Father Christmas.
Right. So again, let's go back to the very beginning.
Father MC.
Let's go back to the very beginning where you have the Norsemen and you have the Romans, right? So up in the north, who do they believe in, right? They believe in Odin and the gods and stuff like that. So on the winter solstice, during the pagan holiday on the 25th, the one-eyed king himself, Odin, would ride an 8-legged horse. And this is where they believe that we got 8 reindeer. And he would ride this. Check this out, though. This isn't giving gifts. He would ride an 8-legged horse through the night, killing people, looking for souls to take. So that's why you tucked your children in, and you kept them close, and you huddled close as a family, because Odin might come and take your dad tonight because he didn't work hard enough in the fields. And so and then the next day, if you survived, there was a celebration for those who survived. And you would
So an 8-legged horse.
8-legged horse. And
a fast ass horse, bro.
a one-eyed man on an 8-legged horse. Okay, so now you have and then you have and then below you have the gods. You also have gods kind of like creeping in. And then this morphs itself. As we go into Christianity, you have now a saint. This is where Santa Claus comes in. You have Saint Nick.
Saint Nick, the guy that used to give presents to poor people.
Right. And this comes kind of along because I know people are going to want to know about Krampus. We were talking about Krampus earlier. This is the origins of Krampus. So again, up north, and now it's starting to go south.
It's funny how Santa Claus has naughty or nice, and Krampus has impish and
admirable. So it's kind
and
of
they don't have a list.
It's the same guy though. It's the same guy, and
they just clean them up, huh?
Dude, you're gonna see it
Krampus
morph.
looks dirty with horns, bro.
Right. Well, you're gonna see it morph. So originally starts with this guy named Saint Nick, and he's actually a saint of like people on boats, like maritime and stuff like that. And that's how this story comes about, because Saint Nick finds the devil out at sea, and he fights with the devil. And he makes the devil his bitch because he's a fucking badass motherfucking sailor. And he brings the devil home. And during Christmas he goes and he gives gifts. And he keeps the devil with him. And that's why you see the early Krampus, he has chains and he's bound and he's dark and he's black and he's brooding. And so as Saint Nick goes out and gives gifts to the good kids, Krampus either whips you if you're kind of a bad kid, or he steals you and takes you to the underworld if you're a really bad kid. And he has a little sack on his back. And you can see this vision right here. He's wearing a little sack with children in it because he's taking them to the underworld. And so this
okay.
And so this starts to morph because
it's funny how all these myths, all these stories,
right,
are just to put motherfuckers in line, huh?
It is to get people to go in line, but at some point the powers that be go, this guy's a little scary. Can we make him a little better, a little nicer?
Yeah, man. We got a couple of people running into fucking the woods and never come back.
So he still follows Saint Nick around, but know what he does now? Instead of whipping you or stealing you, he leaves coal in your shoe, or he leaves candy.
So Krampus was Santa Claus' homie?
Yeah. Well,
it's funny because
he was his servant. He was Saint Nick's servant.
In Mexico, I don't know when this happened, when they got rid of Krampus, but he's called now Pedro Negro,
because in Germany and in Europe, he's also called Black Pete.
Black Pete.
So he's not his homie, he's his servant. But he leaves candy in your shoe if you're good, while Saint Nick's giving out gifts, which is why we have stockings now. Stockings led to that. At some point, Saint Nick leaves the scene, and it's just Krampus. We're back to Krampus, and that's when we're at, what's his name?
Dwight Schrute? Biggest meal. What's his name, Philip?
Belschnickel.
Belschnickel.
Okay, so
Belschnickel is not Krampus?
It is Krampus, and he morphs into Belschnickel now. And Belschnickel's this homeless dude who wears feathers, and he's all like bearded up, and he comes in and he gives you all these bowls, and you hold the bowl. And so what Belschnickel does early, though, this is early preparation to make sure you're good. Belschnickel shows up 12 days before Christmas, and he knocks on your door, and he goes, "I've known Felipe. Fat. You're a bad kid. You better behave by the time I come back, or I'm going to steal you and take you to the underworld." And that's what Belschnickel did. And then he'd come back, or he'd whip you, and he'd come back, and he'd give, and this is where Santa Claus gets the sack now. He shows up, and he puts out bowls, and he takes out of his sack gifts for you. and he whips you if you're bad. I don't know if anybody got whipped because I don't know what kind of times those were, but it was
they
your
get whipped in
dad.
the office.
Right, it was your dad or somebody just like Belschnickel. So that ended up being what ended up coming in. We're going back into Santa. But now, okay, so now we see that kind of leave, and we see Krampus come back in again, and for a little while. But then all together, once people start settling in now we're talking about settling in the United States, 18th century.
It's funny how you talk about the fucking impish and admirable and naughty or nice, because that song, man, if you really break down that song, it's kind of a creepy ass, scary ass song. Like, he's making a list,
checking it twice.
he's checking it twice. He's gonna find out if you're naughty or nice. So be good, for goodness sake.
Yes.
If you just say the word without the music, it's fucking creepy, huh?
It's super creepy, bro.
So be good, for fucking goodness sake.
Right. For the sake of just being good, you piece of shit. Because we know you're a piece of shit inside, you little kid. So pretend to be good, for goodness sake. If you don't even fucking know better, you dumb fuck.
He knows when you're sleeping,
Right,
dog.
yeah. So Santa comes along, right? Now it's back to Nick. And we know where the gifts come from, and we know where the sack comes from. We know the reindeer come from. But there's like misses. And when it comes to the United States, now let's bring it all together now. So now you have people wanting to celebrate Christmas in 18th century New World. We have not become the United States yet. We're the New World still. The Puritans moved here to get away from religious persecution, right? But at the same time, like we have now in our modern times, you have religious persecutors who came from persecution. So they're saying, hey, you can't sell. As when we moved to the New World, guess what? No celebrations of Christmas. None. It's a pagan holiday. We're not fucking around. You want to fucking have Christmas? Go back to Europe. We're not doing that shit here in the United States.
What happened? I think, correct me if I'm wrong.
Sure.
When England accepted Christmas, the people in the colonies didn't.
Right. Because
they were like,
it was a magazine cover that did all that.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go back here into my
Because the colonists they didn't have a right. They were getting taxation without representation.
Right.
So they were getting taxed.
Right.
But they were not being they couldn't vote. So when England, I guess, inducted Christmas, the colony said, "Chale, why should we?"
Right.
Yeah.
So here's why.
They were celebrating their own thing.
So in 1848, Charles Dickens is still not yet over into the United States. He's still in London. Christmas is embraced. In 1848, a picture of the Queen pops up on a cover of a magazine.
Yes.
And it's popularized after that.
Mm-hmm.
And so by 1900, you have people living here in the New World, and you know what brought it back was the Germans, and their love for Christmas trees.
Yeah.
Yes.
Illegal in America to 1836.
Right.
I read somewhere that one of the first Christmas trees came from Germany, right? Of course, during the American Revolution, there was like a ceasefire during the holidays, and but the Germans came in, right, and they were not down with a peace treaty because they came in under the Queen,
right?
So they were not. So that was like they were being sneaky.
Yeah, there was
So when the Germans saw the big fucking pine trees, it reminded them of Germany. Well, there were no Germany, but they reminded them of their country.
Right.
And they started doing what you did, bro. Those fires with the apple.
Yes.
And the fucking the rebels saw it, and they started shooting at them, bro.
Oh, really?
Because it just showed them. They fucking showed their location.
They gave away their location. Yeah. So I mean, the Germans kind of popularized it by the 1900s. The old world had accepted it, and then it kind of moved over to this way, and it was slowly. And then by 1900, it was like I think it was like 1 in 5 homes had a Christmas tree. Do you want to talk about why we have some of the decorations we have,
What decorations?
like holly, or like so holly was displayed in the hallways, and it was
Why?
and wreaths because holly, the plant itself, was the favorite plant of a goddess.
Holly Winters?
No, you're being silly. But it was is a goddess. It's the nature goddess, and so you would decorate your house with holly and make wreaths because the circle connected you with the outer world. And the reason why Santa comes through the chimney is because you invite all the wonderful spirits down into the chimney to deliver bountiful gifts to you. So that's why we have holly. But my favorite is the mistletoe. You know why mistletoe's used?
Why?
Because during the pagan witchcraft ceremonies, let's say you wanted Lisa to just fall in love with you and just give in to every whim, and you could seduce her just by looking at her. They would tell you to go pick mistletoe out in the field, and they would cast a spell on her using mistletoe. And so it made her susceptible to your seduction.
That's what I'm talking about.
And so that's why when you go have a mistletoe and you force a girl under the mistletoe, she has to kiss you.
That's crazy, man. That's crazy.
And trees to
bring nature inside the house, right?
Yeah, and it was also a sign of fertility because when you saw the trees going green, you knew that the winter was leaving, and that pretty soon you could start planting again. So that's all. That's what I have for Christmas, man.
Ho, ho, ho! What did you always want for Christmas when you were little and you didn't get?
I got it, but it got taken away. Can I share that instead?
Who took it, bro? Money Cohen?
My dad got me a fucking Lionel train set, bro. Do you know Lionel trains?
Yeah, I heard
they're
of them.
expensive.
They're expensive.
And they're hobby trains. And
They're
they're
antiques
amazing.
now. They're expensive.
And I loved them for all of 2 weeks till my report card came in, and my dad took them away. And he said, until your grades get better, you can't play with these trains anymore. And those trains sat in that green bag in my dad's closet for probably 10 years before he sold it at the fucking flea market, because I never got good grades again. And I miss those. And you want to know what happened, bro? Is when I got into comedy, and the first time like something good happened for me, that year my dad bought me a train set. And it said, stop bitching on the card. What was your favorite gift?
Oh, no. My favorite gift?
Yeah. Is that what you asked? What was your worst gift?
Worst gift?
Yeah, what was your worst gift?
Well, checkers and pajamas.
Checkers
probably.
and pajamas. What was the best gift you ever got?
From my parents or in the future?
Whatever, bro.
Just been so many since then.
I know.
I don't know. Let me see. There's so many now, but when I was a kid, my favorite one was I hated clothes.
Okay. Remember when you get the clothes box?
Fuck yeah, I hated clothes.
And you shake it and you
It
go,
sucks.
And you go, fucking clothes. Yeah, I hated clothes. You want to know something? That's the opposite. Bobby, when he would get clothes, that's what he would get upset when he was a little kid and he didn't get clothes. And I was like, what? This is not my fucking son, dude. Because to this day, bro, if you get me clothes on Christmas, and I'll take them and say thank you and hug you. But in the back of my mind, I'm like, fucking clothes again.
Mama would give me clothes as an adult, and I felt like I would look at her like, have you ever seen me wear that shit before?
Yeah.
What's up, my mom bought me, bro? I was like already in my 29, 28. She bought me these blue denim pants, denim shorts, just blue shorts, khaki.
Yeah.
And a red and blue striped shirt, bro, to go with it. I wrote 10 jokes about it. This bitch, when have this woman ever seen me play rugby, bro? It was the worst gift ever, bro.
Yeah.
Like, I think it's more. It ain't just the gift that gets me mad. It's the thought that went with it too, because there's no thought.
Right.
People with a thought, they can't know. There ain't no thought.
Right.
This bitch don't know who I am.
Right. Yeah, that's exactly.
You ever give your dad a present and you know he liked it, but not gonna show it?
Right.
But he's gonna take it, but he's never gonna wear it either.
Because you gave it to him, and he doesn't want to show you that he liked it. Yeah, I can see that. Yeah.
My dad would do that, bro.
Yeah. My dad watches this podcast, so I'm not going to say my dad does that.
I gave my dad a trench and a shovel.
A trench? Oh, okay.
My dad, let me see what he gave me for Christmas that was nice. He let me live. Oh, when little kids, this is my best gift. This is my best gift. My dad got us, but it was not like my gift. It was a gift for everybody too.
Okay.
It was a Tyco police chase. The Tyco racetrack with a police chase.
Yeah.
Glow in the dark with lights.
And then they could spin out.
Yeah, and the fucking the police car lit up.
Right. Yeah.
And it had a thing where the car could make a U-turn and get away.
Yes, that's what I meant. Yeah. Bro.
Up until then, you couldn't make a U-turn on the racetrack.
No, there was because yes. It had a little thing that like went up and then shifted it around and took off in the other direction.
The worst part of
same one.
And it had a ramp.
Same one. Yes.
Tyco.
Yes.
And the worst part about it was a badass gift, but the worst part. Oh, also my another great gift, and this one was my gift, not something I could share. It was stupid, but I loved it, bro. It was a glow in the dark little helicopter. And now full flying around in circles, and you could pick shit up.
Yeah, that's dope.
Even with a little blade, dude.
Nice.
But anyways, we got into a fight, bro, with my dad, and everybody got into a fight when we were putting the Lego set, the Tyco racetrack together.
Okay.
Because everybody wanted to put it all together. I wanted to put it together just so we could play right now.
Right.
Because it's going to take too long to put the whole thing together.
And then everybody's going to try to fuck it up. Yeah.
So I just made a little circle, bro.
Right.
Instead of making the whole thing.
Yeah.
So everybody was getting mad because they wanted to build the whole thing. And then my sister made a comment, bro. It was stupid, bro. But she was little, right? But my dad, instead of saying it was stupid, he just agreed with it and just said, put the whole shit together, man.
Right.
Because they didn't want to start right because they haven't plugged it in yet. We haven't put the little track. My sister said, well, maybe because you haven't put the stickers.
Oh, no. The stickers don't affect it at all, dude.
The police cars, they have no stickers. Nothing has stickers.
Are you cool with your sister?
Yeah, we're cool.
Okay.
She was little.
Yeah, all right. Because I would be mad at her. I would still stop. I would not talk to my sister.
My sister got a tea party set, bro.
Right.
Guess who had to join the tea party every time my dad said?
Oh, bro. Your dad didn't. Do you ever go back to your dad and go, what was your fucking problem with me, bro?
Bro, I wrote a bit, bro, about my dad when in my last special, my 2 specials ago.
Yeah.
I said, man, you ever look at your dad all old now in a on a walker with tennis balls, struggling to eat, and you and your brother looked at him all coked out and go, man, we should fuck him up right now. Fuck him up like that movie and shit where Brad Pitt and the elder motherfucker beat up Kevin Bacon, bro.
That's fucking hilarious.
History for Foos. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas, everybody. Hey.
Go ahead.
I just want to wish everybody a happy holiday. We love you guys. Thanks for listening, man.
And we might do another one, man, because we got so much to talk about.
Yeah, I wanted to do a Halloween one, but Halloween came. Yeah.
Yeah. Just don't eat fucking sandwiches on Thanksgiving, man.
Yeah, please, whatever you do, cook a fucking full meal for your family so they don't flip out. We love you guys. Have a wonderful, wonderful holiday.
I'm dreaming of a white. I'm going to go watch Home Alone, bro.
Okay, let's go.